What's up, degenerates? It's AAA back again with the second part of the SJW questions video. Let's dive right in, shall we?
Why don't you seem as concerned with actual feminist theory in academia as you are with wrecking people for views?
To be fair, I could prattle on and on debunking feminist, quote-unquote, academic literature and theory, but that would be kind of boring. The fact of the matter is, wrecking feminists for views is entertaining. Most people want to be entertained, not lulled to sleep.
You do understand.
Fuck off, cockroach.
Why is trying and failing to debunk a study into sexual assault the #1 priority for a rational thinker now? Does it maybe say something about your priorities? Does it maybe? Nah, it's fine, it's the feminazis, we have to stop them. They're taking away our video games. Look, Anita, I'm sorry, but we can't actually destroy video games. That doesn't make any sense.
I ain't got a good brain.
Some specifics on which study you mean would be nice, though I assume you mean the UCA study, the one where you get all your college rape stats from, the 1 in 5, or is it 1 in 4? Because it seems as if you fuckers can never make your minds up. The study that bullshit statistic comes from has been misrepresented and misquoted time and time again. The fact you guys cling to this statistic, even though it has been proven to be misrepresentative of the actual facts, shows just how pathetic you are. As I said twice in the last part, sexual assault is an important issue, but spreading false information and lies helps no one. And I just have to ask, how does it reflect poorly on anyone's priorities to give truthful information when raising awareness about a cause? I just don't see your fucking logic, you fucking moron.
Hey moron! Fucking moron!
Also, censorship of any form of creativity is not a good thing. People should be able to create as they see fit, whether it's games, music, art, or literature. And don't even get me started on Anita Sarkeesian, just don't.
One of the major arguments that I see in many of your videos is that it is possible to separate criticism of the religion of Islam from the actual Muslim people. And yet, this line seems to be crossed very often. I see things like raghead or camel fucker or other things like that in your comment sections. I see people taking very serious shots at Muslims in videos and hangouts, and they don't get called out. At least not that I can see. So my question is this: why should a person of conscience who is concerned about the Muslim people and their community not being harmed or mistreated, why should they believe that you're actually only attempting to look at the ideas and talk about the ideas if you ignore bigotry that's occurring right in front of you? And in that light, would you be willing to break bread and salt with moderate Muslim people on your videos, have hangouts, invite them to your channels, just in order to build some bridges there and to learn more about what they think and how they feel and what their experience has been, so that information and knowledge can be further?
I can only answer for my own actions, not the actions of others. I'm not going to police the entire fucking internet. People are free to voice whatever opinion they like in whatever form they choose. That's kind of how free speech works, no? Also, personally, I resent the implication that just because I dislike Islam as an ideology, that is somehow because I don't or haven't interacted with Muslim people. This could not be further from the truth. One of my youngest daughter's best friends comes from a Muslim household. My sister married a Muslim. I've lived in a predominantly Muslim area and have Muslim friends. And this still has not changed my sentiment that Islam needs to be reformed to better fit the times we live in. As when the Quran was written was a feudal, barbaric and altogether less civilized age. But the very teachings of Islam deny the possibility of a Christian-style reformation. So no, I would not deny moderate Muslims a platform on my channel, but I also won't shy away from the horrors of Islam or those committed in its name.
Do you deny that systemic racism against black people is like a thing in general? If so, What? Okay, just step up. Just cover your ears for a second and let the smart people talk. If not, why is it so much more important to you to demonize groups like Black Lives Matter than to actually use your platforms to discuss actual solutions to issues surrounding race and racism?
Condescending prick much. No, I don't believe that systemic racism exists. Show me one piece of legislation or law that discriminates black people. It's okay. I'll wait. While I don't buy into the whole systemic racism thing, it is a fact that racism on a personal level is still a very serious problem. If systematic racism is a thing, explain Obama. Explain to me why there are hundreds of thousands of wealthy black people in America. If the system was against them, they would be broke and would have gotten nowhere in life. The only people holding black people down are black people. Zero personal responsibility. A black man commits a crime, the white man made him do it. A black man drops out of school because the tests were geared for white people. A black man pulls a gun on a cop, starts shooting, and the cop defends himself, and it's all the white man's fault. The lack of personal responsibility and the infantilization of black people is a much greater problem than racism is in this day and age. This is one of the main reasons why I personally hate movements like BLM and the Panthers, because all they do is stir up racism from all sides and ignore the real problems faced in the black community.
If you've ever discussed or done a video about black on black crime, when are you going to do a video about white on white crime and what we as white people can do to solve the problems in our community?
I'm open to discuss white on white crime, though the two don't quite equate. When the black population only makes up 12% of the total population of America, but they are responsible for 52% of the total murders on a yearly basis. And bear in mind that the demographic that commits these actually only makes up 5% of the total population. I'd say that this is a thing worthy of a little attention, wouldn't you?
Why is a literal teenager's different definition of racism from you so horrifying that you all have to go, no! No, we have to stop him! We've got to debunk him now! Ah!
But this head movie makes my eyes rain.
It had nothing to do with Milo's ideas being different per se, more fucking batshit crazy. Because everyone knows the best way to combat bigotry is to pile on a big helping of your own. Am I right? Right? No?
Wherever did you get the idea that racism was a self-applied identity? And if the only true racists are the racists who self-identify as racists, how can we ever expect to make any social progress to reduce racism? Or did I just answer my own question?
What the fuck? Who said that? This statement is retarded. Only people who claim to be racist can be racist. I can think of a plethora of racists who claim not to be or claim they are unable because more slavery. Just because someone claims not to be racist or claims they're incapable of being racist does not mean that they're not fucking racist or have some kind of fucking immunity.
Do you understand basic English syntax? Like, you know, if I say this cat is pretty, I don't mean that all other cats aren't pretty. Like, do you really not get why saying all lives matter in response to Black Lives Matter is not only racially insensitive, but just patently ridiculous?
Racially insensitive? Are you fucking kidding me?
Just know that all white people are fucking devils.
And make sure you air that one.
Air that shit.
Now. Don't take that
all
down.
White cops are fucking devils and white people.
I hope they kill all the white babies. Kill them all right now. Kill them. Kill your grandkids. Kill yourself. Coffin, bitch. Go lay in the coffin.
That's all whites gonna tell you. Really? How so? Why does white life have value? Well, I think my for who? White? No, excuse me. For who? Our argument is that white life is wrong. Why? Our argument is that we should never affirm white life. That your argument of just affirming all life in general is not good. It's especially not good for black people when white life itself is based off of black we affirm my life? You're probably white.
I am white. Why shouldn't we affirm my life?
I don't say why I have to care about your life anyway. There's no ethical reason as to why white people deserve to live. Furthering black life means that white death has to occur. That's why you should lose this debate and why your life ain't worth affirming.
Can I kill myself, like, under your arguments?
Sure.
Okay. So, should Odie kill himself?
I don't see why not.
Why should we do that? How does that help?
It's ethical.
How is it ethical? We all have some form or another of privilege. Why does that mean we should kill ourselves?
Because you have white privilege.
Why does having white privilege necessarily mean I should kill myself? Why shouldn't I, like, struggle against the structures?
Sure, struggling against the structure means putting yourself on the line, putting your body on the line. Do it. Affirm your suicide. That's cool. That's very good. I mean, it's, you know, it's one little form, it's one little...
Because these redneck motherfuckers murdered Sandra Bland because she had nappy hair like me.
I have no doubt. Good luck to you.
Yeah, good luck.
We're not the enemy.
So you agree with Malcolm X that white people should be killed? Is that why you're here?
You damn right I do.
You do?
You think I'm scared to say that to you?
You think white people should be killed,
You
huh?
thought we should be killed when y'all came and stole us from Africa and put us in chains and murdered us for over 400 years. So yeah, you do need to die. I think everybody else on the planet will have peace when you're dead.
Are you responsible for what your parents did?
Listen, I'm talking for me. I answered your question.
All right.
Now I'm done talking because I don't negotiate with fucking terrorists. I think you should go back to those caves that you crawled out of in the Caucasus Mountains because you can't leave black and brown people alone. We can't have any peace on the planet because of white supremacy and white existence. So yeah, fucking die or go back to the caves. Not scared to say it.
There's a lot of white people in the crowd. And that wasn't a joke. I wish this many people came out to our racial demonstrations and our Black Lives Matter movements.
Come on. How are you?
Well, I don't want to stand up here and be angry because this isn't for me and this isn't for you. It's for the people that we lost and the people we may lose tomorrow and the people we lost yesterday. But I thought I'd take the moment to just like list out some facts that many of you probably don't know because you're white.
It's the white person! White person! Hey, white, get their ass! Oh, nigga! Hurry that bitch up! Hey! Hey, they clean up! Hey, they beating up every white person! They jumping every white person! Man, that white person come down Sherman! He white! Beat his shit! Bitch! That's what it's for!
If only all BLM supporters knew what syntax is and how it works, hey? But yeah, the white people are the fucking racially insensitive ones, aren't we?
Isn't it offensive to men to assume that a man could only ever want equality for women and therefore be comfortable with feminism as a whole in order to get laid, and that reduces us to beasts? If that was the case, wouldn't I attempt to get laid from my views instead of not ever trying that? I want to get laid, and I did want to get laid by the video. But I haven't been laid. No women, no feminists have sucked my dick since I made that video. I wanted to get laid and I couldn't admit it. One day I'll grow up and I'll be a real man. I'm a beta cuck, trying to get my dick sucked by fat, ugly feminists with pink hair and scabies and...
If you want to get laid, you gotta grow balls. When you do this fucking faggot shit, women don't want to fuck you. Even the biggest feminists, their boyfriends are fucking bikers. You need to grow your hair long, get a leather vest, and sit on a fucking crotch rocket. Do you know how dry pussies get when you say social justice warrior?
What can I say, Tim? Stereotypes more often than not are based in truth. There are men out there that claim to be feminists to try and get laid. It's a fact. Hashtag not all men. There. Happy?
I'll be back.
Peace.
Champion privilege ignore.